Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga, etc. and I'm here to bring a review for One Piece episode 991. So we start off and we find out that Mr. Perelin himself, we don't find out how he managed to avoid getting knocked down again, but it's essentially what he does. But what we do know is that he's up here and he's not about the Big Mom alliance with Kaido. So what does that mean exactly? So for all you anime only watchers, I'm asking you already because this has already been revealed within the manga. Do you think that means he is out here trying to cause some trouble? Do you think he'll be out here, like, for example, attacking Queen, King, Jack, maybe even? Do you think he's up here going to cause some trouble? So moving on from that, we have the essentially what should have been the death of Usopp and Chopper. I'm not playing. I know, the son did end up calling Big Mom, and Big Mom was like, alright, cool, I'm out. But it would have taken just like a few. She was literally seconds, milliseconds even, away from killing Usopp and Chopper in this episode with the life or death. Is it called the life or death? You know what attack I'm talking about anyway. She was literally milliseconds away from killing them with that attack. Even if she was called, why not follow through with that and then move on? Just to make it clear, I'm not a Usopp or Chopper hater. I'm just saying realistically, that's what should have happened. So that happened. Big Mom went on her merry way. She's going back. She's gonna go get her cloud back. And on the way to the cloud, we have Big Mom creating more and more homies. And now these homies shouldn't be that strong, they're made out of pretty simple things, so they shouldn't be that strong, but she's essentially doing that. And where we've gone from Usopp and Chopper running away from Big Mom to Nami, Carrot and Shinobu running away from Big Mom. It's quite deep that Chopper and Usopp left Nami to their own devices, but you could argue it was deep when they did it to them, and there isn't much they could do, either parties anyway. So rightly so, as Usopp and Chopper said within this episode, just leave it to Sanji, even though he's useless against women. Well, it is what it is. You have to deal with the cards you get dealt. So that happens. On the other side of things, we get some, which I think was filler action from Zoro within this episode. And like I always say, action is good for an episode, it makes it more exciting. But the action that we get within this episode wasn't that very exciting. There was one thing that happened within the action bit that made me think, okay, what did he just do? And that was when there was like a little shockwave motion, and what came after that directly was his whole speech about how falling forward and not back. So I was wondering what that kind of shockwave was, but overall the action wasn't that exciting for me. So the last thing to talk about is the stuff that happens with Yamato and Luffy, and it's basically Yamato saying to Luffy, like, yo, I need to talk to you in private, like, give me a chance and I'll explain what's going on. But Luffy being impatient, like, no, I ain't got time for that, I don't know who you are, if you're not talking now, then let me go. And that kind of breaks out into a fight where we find out that Yamato not only knows but has met Ace previously. So for anime only watchers, again, another question for y'all, what do you think that's all about? Let me know. So that's how we end off the episode. I did forget to talk about two things, very minor things, but I think I'll just add them in anyway. So we see Jinbe and Robin within this episode as well, and it's basically during the scene that we find out that the samurai have, like, they're starting to infiltrate Onigashima a bit more further. So yeah, there's that. And the other thing is that I forgot to mention that Ulti and Page One, they was previously knocked out. At least Ulti was for certain, but they are now back up and running. So they could possibly have another fight within this arc. So for you anime only watchers, I'm laying out the question there for you right now. Who do you think OT and Page One are going to fight next, if they are going to fight anybody at all? I'm going to give this episode a 3-star rating. I think it was pretty standard, but like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Most important, take care. Have a nice day.